Could you imagine what it would be like if you kept every single item that you have ever owned, that you had ever touched? What would your home look like? What would your life look like? Do you want to swim in that? Or do you need a lifeguard to come save you? We don't always realize the things we save for ourselves in the future. An elderly man was cleaning up his house one day, and he rediscovered a box that he hadn't touched in a long time. Within the box was a bundle of cards from funerals. He threw them out. They were just depressing to look at. Gone. All his friends were gone. What's the sense in keeping these cards? Just to remember them like this? Those mementos of those who passed away may have been endearing, but the memory of them alone is not limited to those cards. It's not rude, it's not mean, or heartless. But these cards were not the only way to remember those loved ones who have gone ahead. Doesn't it hurt throwing away something of sentimental value? It's not even a mental reaction, but a visceral one. As I look down at my awards, certificates, and gifts, I struggle to part with them. I couldn't possibly get rid of this. It holds so much valuable memories. I might want to look back at it one day. These are some of the things I've told myself to justify keeping all this stuff that might have even the slightest sentimental value. When you buy or even hold on to just in case items, you'll find it difficult to draw the line of where you stop taking up too much space. A bigger living space isn't always the best solution for an inventory problem. It's actually a lie, because most of the time, the bigger living space is actually a bigger storage place. If you're new here, I'm Mike, long-distance fiance and nurse, making videos about intentional experiences that bring us closer to a fuller life. In this video, we're going to be talking about letting go of sentimental items. But don't worry, we're not getting rid of all of them, in front of the camera anyway. I initially added sentimental belongings because they were gifts. It was a birthday gift I was waiting for. It was the gift that my friend went out of their way to get. It was the gift my parents worked overtime for. It was the award that made my parents happy. I kept these items largely because of the emotional weight and value that I perceived from the gift giver, or even just the nostalgia that some of these items would bring. These are treasures and they are valuable. Whether they're bought in store or made by hand, as long as they're given to me as a gift, it's valuable. Because subconsciously I tell myself things like, if you no longer possess that gift, the gift giver will just never forgive you. You have to hold on to that item until you practically die, or your house catches on fire. If you ever lose one of these gifts, you will never be able to replace the joy that it first gave you. But you know what? That's false. When I was younger, I didn't have the means to replace any material possessions. I was limited to resources as gifts. But now having grown up, although the sentimental items were important, leaving behind a memory of someone important, life was still going on before it, and it will go on after it. Man, it's like expressing my condolence for my things. I mean, it does have emotional attachment. My childhood drawings, tennis balls from victories in high school, handwritten letters from friends, letters from the girlfriend, certificates, clothes. I want more space, less clutter, and ultimately less stress. Less storage needed, less thinking and processing about this physical space that's hiding behind drawer number 1, drawer number 2. Some items only have a certain lifespan. And not just the wear and tear, but like, is it for display or is it for function? Was it used to celebrate the moment? Was it used for honorary purposes? A party, a graduation party, a birthday, baby shower. My whole room used to be covered in posters, art pieces that I made in middle school and high school, gifts and drawings from other people, letters. I even had Taco Bell receipts on my wall because it just represented that time that I spent with friends after playing tennis. It's pretty much a scrapbook on the wall, but now those things are gone. It wasn't an easy thing. It took months and months just to get those things up there. But over time I realized, dang, I really need to get rid of this stuff for my YouTube videos. I can't look like a minimalist if I have this stuff on the wall. Minimalist, please. It was easier to get rid of things like gifts from exes, my personal drawings that I didn't like, functional items that I didn't use that I could donate, posters that just didn't fit my aesthetic anymore. It was a growing and gradual process. Although space and being clutter-free is a benefit, but it wasn't the main reason why I got rid of my sentimental items. I just outgrew those phases in my life, and I have moved past some relationships with friends, acquaintances, and that's okay. No hard feelings. It was a great time. It was a great memory, but it's time to move forward, and we can still meet again in the future. Sometimes the physical items may not be replaced, especially when they're lost, whether by a fire or they were stolen, or broken or altered in any way. Whatever possessions that we have, it's really just about moving on in life, moving forward. I associated these items with being held back in the past. I wanted to make room for the new things. My fiance is not going to see any evidence of my old relationship. She's not gonna see those letters. She's not gonna see those pictures. She's not gonna see those videos. I don't have my childhood toys. My Legos are gone. Pokemon, Digimon, and Power Ranger toys and action figures aren't here anymore. I no longer play those classic video game systems. Sega, Nintendo. And this is not necessarily a breakup move. This is not a huge loss, but rather a huge gain. You're getting more of yourself, reclaiming your life, living the life you win, going farther and faster in life because you no longer have the emotional baggage, the physical baggage, and you most definitely won't need your partner to hold all of that for you. I mean, if you roll like that. Stay strong, significant others. Although sometimes life is compared to a race, this is not a race to the finish line. Nor is this a contest about how fast you can accumulate as much stuff and take it to you with your grave. Or even accumulate it so that you can donate it all. Personally, I stop asking for birthday gifts. I don't ask for Christmas gifts or any gifts at all. I prefer experiences. The birthday cake, the dinner, the trip, the surprise. After watching the minimalist film on Netflix, Less is More, I am even more moved by the practice of keeping the things that are of value and getting rid of the things that weigh me down in life. I have old tennis balls saved from my wins from high school tennis. Great memories, but they occupy the room and they can't be used. I own little to no trophies, and I don't need to display a museum of awards for myself. This can go. I have letters that friends and family have written. Besides the letters that my fiance has written, I'm gonna take pictures of the rest of the letters and have the rest shredded and recycled. Old gifts like teddy bears from ex-girlfriends I've donated to some children at the church. We are not our stuff. We are more than our possessions. Our memories are within us, not our things. Our stuff weighs on us, mentally and emotionally. Old photographs can be scanned. You can take pictures of items you want to remember. Items that are sentimental for us can be useful to others. Letting go is freeing. I have a little bit more space. More physical space in my room is more mental space to breathe in my mind. Most of those sentimental items were out of sight and out of mind. And I admit that I was bothered that they were accumulating and sitting there and practically collecting dust. So moving forward, friends, please no physical gifts. I will accept Amazon gift cards, or better yet, coconut water, aka that buko juice. In the end, you don't have to get rid of everything. Just get rid of everything that doesn't have to stay, and keep the things that pays the rent and its value to you. You know you best. We don't all value the same things, and that's all right. But don't let your belongings stop you from living your intentional life. Well, at least today, or tomorrow. There's still some more videos about minimalism over here. And maybe if you feel a little daring, you might want to venture to this one. Anyway, thanks again for watching.